I know that you guys are wonderful people that love to talk about uh, hardships, um, deep stuff with situationships, and
Because we don't get to the relationship.
So I want you guys, like, if you guys are comfortable, to talk about random stuff that just pisses you off, right? Like whenever it comes to like boy drama.
Oh, I have one.
Oh, okay. As long as we don't expose names.
Okay, no names. No
but
name
we can
dropping.
use nicknames.
Okay.
Let's use a funny one.
Bobby.
Bobby. Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, it pisses me off when Bobby wants to treat you like you're his girlfriend, but he doesn't want to call you his girlfriend.
What? What's he doing with other girls then?
Exactly. He wants to be the boyfriend to all these other girls. He just doesn't want to put a label on it.
Really?
And that makes me mad. Because how is Bobby going to make me act like I'm in a relationship, but not put a label on it?
Yeah. So Bobby and you were in a relationship.
Yes.
Right? And you guys were going out.
Yes.
But what was it? Like whenever some people were asking you like, "Oh, hi, is this your girlfriend?" And he says, "No, not my girlfriend."
No, I'm just mean like I'm not talking about a specific thing. I just mean in general, it makes me angry whenever guys don't. I feel like that's everybody now though. Nobody wants to put a label on relationships, and that makes me mad because what's the point of no commitment if you're I don't know. I'm a committed person. I don't like to just be talking to somebody while they're talking to 5 other people, you know?
I don't understand that.
Exactly.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's what I believe. I just think that it's just the wrong group of people.
Yeah.
Right? Like, whenever you meet someone, like, it just... They might seem like they're not very particular. Like, they're not very unique. They seem like a bunch of other guys, right?
Yeah.
Like Bobby seems like Bobby seems like Josh. Josh seems like Jonathan, and whatever. But I honestly think maybe there's Leonardo DiCaprio somewhere, right?
That's
like
true.
like you might
haven't uncovered it yet.
Right? Because I mean, like, look, I have been in a very happy and stable relationship for the past 9 months, right? But like, she's blessed to find me. I'm blessed to find her, right? Like, we're both blessed to find each other because we seem like we want to be committed, right? Like, you kind of just have to find people at the right state,
Yeah.
right?
True.
Like, if she met me about 2 years ago, she probably wouldn't like me as much as like this version of me. Yeah. I've been through more than I did 2 years ago, but honestly, that sucks, right? Like,
I just don't understand why somebody would want to act like they're in a relationship, but not put a label on it. It doesn't make sense to me.
That's awful.
Because they say they don't want the commitment, but you're just putting a label on it and committing to the person. I don't.
Right.
I mean, I guess it makes sense if you want to talk to other people, but I don't understand how people would want to talk to multiple people at the same time.
It's like thinking about adulthood. Whenever people would say stuff like that, there's like, oh, we're just talking. Mm-hmm. We're not together. Yeah. We're just talking. Right? So, I honestly, like, do you think it's maybe just his stage in life, like, where he is right now? Maybe he needs to...
I think that guys just like to fuck around, to be honest.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to
You're okay. Maybe he just needs to mature a little.
Yeah, I think guys just don't...
Sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
I just think that people just... I don't know. Something about this generation just doesn't like commitment.
Generation? Okay, well, I'll tell you this. So some would say, oh man, like back then movies were so much better, right? Mm-hmm. Like people were more realistic, just for example. But at the same time, movies back then didn't have the things that we have now.
Yeah.
Right? Like now we're more advanced with technology. Maybe it's just human evolution. Like some people would like to say, dang, phones have ruined teenagers, right? Like all they do is just look at their phones all day and like they never socialize or interact. But then I asked them, like, but what about what we have now, right? So I believe maybe it's not the generation. Maybe it's just the people that your
people I like.
no or no
I mean,
the
honestly,
people
probably.
no because like because you never know because there's always so everyone's unique in their own ways, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna sound like such like a what's it called?
No, you sound like an intelligent, smart young woman who wants something that other people won't give you, right? And
Exactly.
do you think that it's maybe just you're too mature for them?
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
No?
I mean, maybe.
Right? Like if you said,
Yeah.
dang, I want to have children. And then he's like,
I really don't right now.
yeah, I know. But then he's like, no, but I can't see that for the next 30 years.
Yeah.
And then you're
30.
like, but 30 years from now, I'll be
Not
whatever.
able to give birth to a child.
Right? Then it's like, okay, so am I in the wrong for wanting children? No.
No. I guess that's true, yeah.
Like if you said you wanted 10 years from now, right? And then he said, well, I want one 20 years from now. Social media, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I'm texting this one person, trying to figure out who she is, you know, like seeing if she's down for a bunch of different things. Oh,
Okay.
but she's not down for this? Well, drop it, right? Unadd her, block her, whatever. Ooh, look, there's a new girl, right? So even Instagram. Oh, I'm gonna like this girl's picture. Ooh, she fine. I'm gonna check her profile. I'm gonna check a bunch of her other pictures. But she doesn't look so good here. So maybe she's not good enough for me. No. This is not how I think, guys. I'm just portraying. I'm portraying how.
Josh.
Okay.
I'm portraying. Yes, I'm portraying Joshua.
Josh and Bobby.
Josh and Bobby. And then they're like, oh, I don't want her. Swipe up. Ooh, look at this girl though. She looks great. So it's like, maybe you do have a point, right? Whenever it comes to this generation, because of how much social media we have. Like you have the power of the internet in the palm of your hand,
Yeah.
right? Like
I feel like half of the stuff on the internet is fake, though. To be honest, everything's
I mean-
edited. Everything's...
well, it's like, I mean, like yes, we like to portray our happiness and say like, look, this is how we live. We're so happy all the dang time, but you know we could be a totally different person behind the phone.
Yeah.
That's why people get canceled, right? Because they seem like a certain way on social media. They seem like a certain way on the internet, but then like as soon as they people realize who they actually are, they're like, no, I don't like this person. You know, they kind of suck. Like I feel betrayed, right? So, but as I was saying about the Instagram thing, I mean, look, it sucks that like people could just think, okay, I have a bunch of different options because this girl won't fulfill all of my needs, right? My standards are set so high and she won't reach every single one of them. But then, you know how you guys should think about it? You guys should think of it as like, okay, but what about these boys, right? My standards are this high. I've had enough of your BS, right?
That
Like,
doesn't really mean it.
yeah, right? Like you are so done with a bunch of different things. You see red flags and you're like, no, you're not good enough for me, right? Like but this guy, like, he's great too, but he has so many imperfections here. But guess what? We all do have imperfections. I have many imperfections, right? But like you kind of have to you have to learn what you can tolerate. If you seem like there's going to be a problem down the line with something that's shown right now, why are you still with them, right? Because it's like you either you try to fix that and see if he wants to fix that, but if he's not willing to go out there and fix that and help you and fight for your relationship, then what's the point of being with him? He clearly doesn't deserve you, right? But like, even not only is there Snapchat, Instagram, but think about teenage boys nowadays too. Not only is the internet in the palm of their hand, but so is. It's so
That's
true,
yeah.
right? If they don't like how a video is done, they just move on to a different video. They can click on a different video. They can click on a different star. But it's so messed up because it's like, why do you guys deserve that? Like you don't need to deal with their BS all the time. If they aren't willing to change the flaws of what's going on, right? If they aren't willing to see that you are good enough for them to the point where they would need to be able to fix these damn things,
these damn things.
then drop them, because it's like you're wasting my time.
Yeah.
Because sometimes,
That's true.
what's the point of investing your time into a relationship that is
That
not
you can
really
see is gonna fail.
exactly?
Can I add something? I feel like a lot of times, like, guys, like, they'll think you're, like, this pretty, like, perfect thing and, like, project that image onto you just for whatever reason. I don't know.
Exactly.
And, like, when they realize you're, like, not perfect and you actually have problems, you're, like, a real person, then they, like, feel like it's too much and they don't want anything to do with it. And they move on to the next person they can project an image onto of being perfect until they realize she's not. And they keep going. And
you should just let them. Do you know why? Because then they're gonna realize maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just the fact that you just can't tolerate like these different things.
Because you're not a real man.
And
cannot handle a real woman.
and just think about the imperfections. Think about the flaws.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just I can't handle a messy room. I can't handle messy houses. Whenever it comes to teenage girls, you guys do mature faster in those certain aspects, right? And maybe you see something in them, but like you feel like there are so many other things in the way, but you're willing to look past that. You're willing to do that for them. You're willing to look past all these flaws of like, oh, he's just talking to too many girls, but I think I love him, right?
Oh my god.
Is it true?
I mean, yeah.
It could happen.
Right? So, but I love him. I'm willing to fight for him. I want to stay with him. But then he's not doing that for you. But then you're just like, I got to keep trying, because he's the perfect one for me. Yeah. But maybe you're just blindsided. Like, maybe it's just, he just sucks. He's just garbage. He's a terrible human being.
See, I will never be an option. If there's another option, then I am not the other one.
Yeah. You shouldn't be plan B.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be, so.
There shouldn't be a plan B.
There shouldn't be a plan B at all. I'm very lucky where I am, right? Like, I feel like I found the perfect girl at the perfect time. But I'm never gonna, like, put her aside in situations. I can't see anyone else in that position.